Welcome back to One Eye Fun. Back at you with another banger after banger after banger after banger. I'm gonna take a seat. America. We're heading into, I feel like, the purge or segregation. Just looking at Twitter, black against white, white against black, brown. Hopefully not, but that's how I feel. It's like, I feel like we're not even worried about terrorist attacks anymore. It's like, it's all about race wars and this race is right, this race is right, this one's wrong. And the terrorists looking at us on television and online like, look at these clowns. They find each other. It's like we gotta get back to our American ways, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We just too far gone. I feel like we have too many baby boomers in the White House. We need somebody like in their mid-30s, maybe early 40s, that been through terrorist attacks, inflation, Y2K, and all of that. It just, they can relate to the youth and older people. Baby boomers, they was in the, what is that, the Great Depression and all of that. Everything was cheaper. You can have your wife at home cooking and you at work and still be able to pay the mortgage, your car note, take care of the kids, have 10 kids, and they well taken care of. Nowadays, both parents gotta work. It take a whole village to take care of a kid now. Especially how the economy is, you know, everybody keep throwing around inflation. How about we fix that? Instead of our president worrying about Jimmy Kimmel talking crap about Charlie Kirk, how about you worry about the real problems? Violence, mortgage rates, these cars. You try to buy a car nowadays. I was looking at a Toyota Corolla that had like 300K miles on it. It was still like 20,000. Like, all cars are expensive right now, even the used ones, because the terrorists, wherever they call them, it's like that. Instead of worrying about what people saying about your friend, let's worry about what's going on in America. We got a shitload of debt in America, but we throwing money at ICE. I can name 10 different things you could have threw that money on. It's like like a grandparent or a friend, like, oh, let me hold down 20 bucks. Oh, I don't got it. All of a sudden, I got a whole wallet full of cash. That's how America looking at us. Like, well, we don't have money for public schools and school books and, you know, medical care and all that. But we got money for ICE. And let's one up it. Let's give them guns.
Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Get down! Get down! Get down!
Untrained Americans give them guns. JB, leave Trump alone. Stop throwing that man's name out here. He's a boomer. Y'all both billionaires. You have in a pissing contest. Every time you say that man's name, he come back and say your name. That's why ICE is down here. Leave that man alone, okay? He almost brought the military down here, but he changed his mind. He was being paid. Leave that man alone. You worry about Illinois getting it back to how it's supposed to be. Lower these property tax. Just take care of Illinois because it's shitty right now. And Trump worry about Washington and America. All I'm saying is just two billionaires having a hissy fit. They in Chicago right now, ICE. They already took 500 immigrants. Waukegan, They hear it been reported. What I've been seeing, they've been on Grand Avenue, Walnut. Immigrants, download that app. It's an app to tell them like signs of ICE. Download it. Google Translator is your best friend right now. Google understands hundreds of different languages. I don't know how many languages it is, but right now they targeting the Latinos and Haitians. Download that app. Cause you just riding around and they just pull you over. You can't take a chance. They just shooting people now. You try to run, they shooting you. And what I don't understand, you shot somebody in Chicago for running away. You in Chicago. What are they known for? Homicides, carjackings. I would have ran too. I'm thinking you have a mask on. I'm thinking you trying to carjack me. Even cops don't shoot at somebody for running away. They chase them, or they use cameras to find the person. They don't have no trigger control because they regular Americans with no training. They just gave them a badge, swore them in, and
Julian.
It's tempting, $100K a year to be an ICE agent, but I can't have that in my heart. That's just not me. Other people just have a shitty heart. Man, to the sub that a guy, I don't know if he's a sub of mine, but he said this. I understand I seem soft, but I have a family. That tough shit was when I was younger, in the streets, doing dumb shit. I have a soft side for my kids, you know. I have a soft spot for people dying. Especially, even Charlie Kirk. He said some evil shit, he said some shit I agreed with. But at the end of the day, I've seen too many deaths that be like thinking deaths is funny. Because if it was one of your family members, you'll get mad at somebody to laugh at your family member. That's how I look at things. And slavery was a sick time. It should have never happened. It just disgusting what happened in America. I don't agree on it. And we need to, as a black race, we need to check our people. That's how we're gonna start changing how black people do dumb shit online. They killing people online and just doing dumb shit, backdooring people. It started with us. We need to check on people like, hey, you doing dumb shit. And as a race, we gotta stop blaming white people. I can understand you can blame someone that's 90 years old, but you can't blame a white person that's a teenager up to 60 years old. Like, they didn't own slaves. Not every white person's racist. I have tons of white friends. I work with a lot of white people. We can't keep throwing around they racist. Because there's tons of black people that's doctors, lawyers, post office, police officers. So we in America, we can do anything if we get that degree, get them certificates. We can do it. It's not like white people trying to suppress us from doing anything. Yeah, I mean, it's some people still like that because they dumbass parents taught them to be like that. But it's tons of white people that's not like that. So we can't keep blaming white people saying that, oh, we can't do none because they suppressing us, this and that. No. We gotta do better. You go to Atlanta is like Black Wall Street. It's amazing how black people stick together just to be successful. Here it's like black people hate on each other. They hate that you got a track car. They hate that you got an SRT. I'm around them. Or he got a baddie wife. He got a baddie baby mama. I'm gonna sleep with her. When is it cool to sleep with somebody's girl? To me, that's nasty. You having somebody sloppy seconds. It's disgusting to me. I feel like I'm a whole appetizer / dinner. So why would I want why would I want to be some girl's sloppy seconds? That's disgusting to me. I don't, how do you flex that? And it's not even the young guys, it's the older guys. Older guys, we gotta be role models. You can't be teaching the youth, this is how you're supposed to act. You're supposed to be a gang member. You're supposed to be a hoe. Sleep with anybody's girlfriend. We gotta do better. We gotta be a role model for the future. This is why they act like that. You got kids having intercourse at 13, having babies at 15, and they learn that from the older people, they siblings and friends. Come on. Sorry, I got notes. I need to learn how to memorize. It's just got so much on my mind, so I just write it down. People need to stop complaining about who gets put in these offices, because it's people I argue with that don't vote, that never voted in their life. How do you expect anything to change when you don't vote because you don't want jury duty? You don't have the right to complain like people that are like, oh, you voted for Trump. Did you vote for Kamala? You didn't, because you don't vote. Shut up. 'Cause you don't have no fight in this because you didn't vote. I used to work in housing, and it used to bother me. These girls, single parents, $25 rent, they driving their Lexus. I used to do maintenance, so they'd call at 3 in the morning. Oh, my toilet's broken. You get there an hour later, they snapping on you like, oh, you should have been fixed it. Lady, you like, I ain't even showed up. You paying $25 a month, and it's 3 in the morning. Why are you, get a bucket of water, flush it down the toilet. That's why I had to quit that job. It used to upset me. And then you got the dads come back, kid is like 10 years old. Dad comes back, want to be there. The government or housing be like, oh, you can't live here, this and that. The government like broken homes because they know half them kids, I'll say 45% of them girls is probably going to be thotties, little hoes, or the boys is going to be criminals. But you got the percentage that's going to be athletes, doctors, lawyers, but they need that, I'll say 35% criminals that make it America. If we don't have criminals, we solve it. America just gonna be bland, it's boring. Plain bagel, basically what America would be. And you know America like being messy. Check out these videos about Charlie Kirk. Some of it's evil. Shit he said was just plain out stupid. And so some stuff I agree with, but check these videos out.
Shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder. I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
So we found a video of Charlie Kirk actually going off on a real racist. Check out this clip.
I want to ask a question of you. What does it mean to be an American? Is it an idea or a history, a shared history, or is it a skin color?
Well, I mean, you could go back to the original founding fathers, the Immigration Act of, I believe it was.
What does it mean to be an American? Is it a skin color or something else?
So there's the current idea of what it means according to, the Hart-Celler Immigration Act and, all this bullshit that you guys spew. But if you go back to the original founding fathers, they intended this to be a European nation for white men of good stock and character.
So, can you show me? Let me answer the question. Can you show me where in the United States Constitution it says that?
It wasn't in the Constitution.
It wasn't in the Constitution because they didn't believe it.
The founding...
You, sir, they did not put it in the United States Let me answer another question. Let me ask you another question since you support. Allow him to have the mic. Let me ask you another question,
Founding
sir.
fathers wrote many
What
other
does the
documents
phrase,
other than the United
sir,
States Constitution, and they made it
sir,
explicitly clear that
what
they
does the
believe-
phrase e pluribus unum mean? What
Why
does
is
the
that
phrase e
relevant?
pluribus unum mean?
Why is that relevant?
Because it was on every founding
No, the founding
document and
fathers
presidential
wrote
seal
a
from our
litany of
founding,
documents
which means
stating
out
they
of
believe
many,
this country should
one.
be a
You, sir,
European nation.
and your ideology is not conservative. It is right-wing, identitarian, and has no place in the conservative movement, my friend. Get out of line. Get out of line. USA, 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 USA.
Beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift
so
from God.
much.
Yeah.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Hi, I'm Andrea. It's so lovely to meet you. I'm really grateful that you came out to our campus. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like full blown more like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody. That is just beautiful.
Say thank you. But something that like I've seen and just reading things from like Candace Owens and seeing how like welfare has like really like destroyed like the family unit. I see that, you know, we're starting to save a lot of money from things such as like Doge and what they're doing to minimize government. But do you think that some of that money should go back to maybe like reforming the way that welfare is done to help poor families who do want to kind of pursue that American dream?
Great question. The number one objective of any social welfare program should be how do we keep the family together and put dads back in the family.
Yes.
That is the number one priority. We don't have to overthink it. Every number gets better for every community if dads are around. Every number gets worse when dads are not around. Unfortunately, in the black community, dads are the most absent of any community. About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know it's crazy, right? And that little precious angel of yours deserves to have a father around. And you know, for daughters and for sons, it's different things. For a daughter, that's a father figure to look up to say that is how a man should act and someone that I ought to one day marry, someone that will protect me from a vicious world, and someone that makes me understand what strength and not brutality looks like, what justice but not revenge looks like. To have a father figure is a silent way of forming a child to be a mature citizen. And unfortunately, as we've removed dads from families, government has come in and has taken the place. So some people need help and they need social assistance. All of that should be about incentivizing the dad staying around, not the dad leaving. Unfortunately, with welfare, you can get more money for single mother assistance.
This is very true.
And
I've
so
seen that for
we,
sure.
right, you agree. We're actually subsidizing single motherhood more than we are subsidizing family formation. And so I'm glad to hear about the fatherhood initiative. And if I may speak to the men out there, you are a coward and a petulant child if you impregnate a woman and abandon her. You have a moral obligation to stay with the women of your choosing, hopefully in the confines of marriage. This idea that men can just abandon women and, you know, leave the consequences without any responsibility has been a catastrophe for our country. So that's my answer, and I'll say this. The Democrat Party does not talk about dads at all. The Republican Party, we are talking about how men need to be men again, in the home, take responsibility, provide for your family, and with strong families comes smaller government and a better country.
Kirk was kind of a racist. I can agree with everybody. But to me, he was the voice of what white people felt. You know, they angry, road rage, and it's like they can't say certain things. They can't throw the N-word out, you know. It's like they're not racist, but they get irritated, annoyed, fatigue. What do you call it? Black fatigue. So it's like he said the things they wanted to say, but they can't say because they don't agree on it, but they feel like that because they upset in the moment. you know, fun fact, Candace Owens was Charlie Kirk's best friend. So to me, it's like half of the whites, you know, they have some type of racism in them. So it's like he just probably got pissed off about certain shit black people did. But his friend, he had tons of black friends. But I understand, I have friends like that, they'll be white, and all of a sudden you find out, oh snap, you're a closet racist. But I don't care what anybody say, every nationality have racism. Old Mexicans don't like black people. Black people don't like other nationalities. I know they say black people can't be racist. That's stupid. Black people can be racist. Every nationality is racist. I used to work in a factory and I hear them talking shit. They think you don't understand them, but you understand them. And it's like, I don't hold that against the Mexican race because that's how they was raised. The younger ones, I'll say teenagers, teens, adults, no hate in their heart when they talk to you. It's just the old ones. They just feel like they're better than everybody. And I'm not gonna argue about that, but that's how they feel. I don't support Black Lives Matter because it's ran by rich people that bought mansions and cars and, you know, but I do support black wealth, you know, black businesses, supporting black people to be successful. You know, that's what we need in this world, to support our race to do better, not encourage them to do dumb shit on Instagram or dumb shit on TikTok. Like, knock over a rack of food at a store, lick some meat in the meat aisle, like weird shit like that. We gotta push whatever race you are, we need to push that nationality to do better. The less that we talk about race in this country and just look at people for being human beings and their actions, will be better, in a better place in America. That's how I feel about it. When I meet people, I'm not just completely just judging them like, oh, he have tattoos on his face or they bag their pants. I'm like, that's how they express themselves. But when you do dumb shit, then I'm like, damn, I judge you. That's how it's supposed to be. Men and women's sports, I don't agree on it because I'm like, our genetics were stronger than women. I'm not a sexist, just saying we're stronger than women. Women can do anything in this world, but we're stronger. That's like a woman fighting a man in a boxing match. We're gonna win every time. Transsexuals in women restrooms. I love transsexuals. I have transsexual friends. Loving people. No problem with them. But the predators messed it up for y'all. They want to dress like women just to hurt women. And they screwed y'all. They messed y'all up. That's messed up because y'all should be able to use the restroom with women because that's how you identify yourself as a woman. But predators they find different ways to be predators. Think about this. How about we just get a bunch of money, since we got money in America for certain things and not other things, make a gated community for predators. There's a whole town just for them. We can call it Predatorville. They can't leave without security checking them in. They got a Walmart, they got a 7-Eleven, they got all that near. But they can't come to over here, you know. That's their town. That's what I'm thinking. I think that solved the predator activity around town, you know. Kids can play outside. I know people laughed at Charlie Kirk death, you know, making memes, dance videos, t-shirts. I got the right to not laugh. That's just how I am. As a Christian, and a lot of y'all be doing all that laughing as Christians, I'm not gonna laugh at nobody's death. Only person I'll probably laugh at is probably like Hitler or something like that. The man didn't hurt nobody. He hurt some feelings, but he ain't hurt nobody like Hitler. I'm just Amsting or something. R. Kelly. Yeah, I would laugh at them dying, but all he did, it was words. Well, I can't say when, because Martin Luther King died from a bullet for speaking his mind. But how about we can talk to each other and have a negative or positive conversation without using a bullet for words? That's why I like my subs or people that view my page. I was talking to a guy, this guy, and it was amazing. I respect them. It's all love. I just love the fact that we can have a conversation without racism or negative input. It's a regular conversation. How about we do that in America? I think he was white. I'm black. It was so easy to have a conversation. It's not that hard, guys. As an adult. Then lately, I'm about to delete my Twitter because it's just getting out of hand. This guy was trying to rage bait people, talking about more black people is in prison than white people, and it'll make America better if we sent them back or something like that. I'm gonna give you some facts. So 31% is white that's in prison, black 32%, Hispanic 23%. Come on, it's pretty close. Every race got idiots. That's what I'm saying. Slavery don't affect black people nowadays. We gotta cut that shit out. I can see like police harassment or people looking at you funny or staring at you. Stuff like that. But people in the, I'll say 1600s through the 70s, getting sprayed with hoses, getting lynched, canines biting them, going to black schools, they can't go to the white schools to get a better education. The KKK putting crosses in your yard, burning your house. They wives getting beaten in and sewed and more sick stuff. So I could take what's going on nowadays. It's not that bad. It's bad, but not that bad like back then. Stop blaming these white people, okay? America is not that bad for a black person. It's still some sick people out here, some corrupted officers. Every profession have a sick person, a corrupted person. I met a lot of good cops. Like I can have a conversation with a cop, ask him about his firearm. I shoot at the range with officers. There's regular people, they do whatever 10-hour or 24-hour shift and go home to their kids and their wife. They just like us. They don't want to shoot you. When you do, like, growing up, like my mom would say, hey, put your hands on the steering wheel, get your ID out, respect the officer, don't curse them out like I see in these videos. I'm not showing you my ID. I don't need to identify myself. Yo, the quicker you give them what they out asking for, you can go home. But you want to be on Instagram Live or make a video to show like, oh, I'm big and tough. You don't know if you're going to run to an officer that's having a bad day. Just give them what they want and go home. Simple as that. What else I got before I go? We need to realize, like Trump need to realize, America is never going to be great again. It never been great. How about we go for, let's make America all right again? Because we've been all right before. I can work with that, America. We can do that. They challenging in the Supreme Court for a soul ban. I feel like this is our year.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
We're going to be able to get our AR-15s. We don't need no machine gun. We don't need 300 round mags. We don't need none of that. Just an AR-15 to protect our houses, to go hunting, whatever. The stuff that makes having firearms fun. Because right now, Illinois make it not fun to own a firearm. I feel like we're going to be able to get our AR-15 by mid-October, maybe the end of October. You know I'm saving up for mine. I'm going to get at least 2 just in case JB put that pill in to be, oh, let's fight this, and all of a sudden they ban them again. Hey, I'm going to get my 2. Well, I think that's all I got for today. But I hope y'all have a great weekend. I did record yesterday and the video got corrupted because you know iPhones, you can have 32 gigabytes of space and all of a sudden it says, oh, your memory filled. Apple, you're not fooling me. You trying to make everybody buy storage and you know my phone's not filled up. I only have like 50 photos now and I went from 500 photos to 50 photos and my storage is still full. I'm not buying it. You're not going to get me. I'm not like everybody else that's spending $5 a month in storage. If I'm buying a $2,000 phone, wherever it costs, I'm not paying for storage. I'm already paying a high phone bill because you know Xfinity charge an arm and a leg for their service. So I'm not buying more storage. Well, I'm definitely going to the range next week for sure. So I'm going to have some videos of me shooting. Hopefully I get some friends to go with me. With the bros, you know. But y'all have a great weekend. God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Until next time. Bye.